Hi, Rachel and Paul. This is Jessica from Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me this morning and accepting your free custom video. So today we're going to go over a few tips that you guys can start applying right away, and it's really going to help with your online presence and getting more organic leads because nearly 70% of your organic leads are going to come from your website. So it's going to be really important that your website be properly optimized so you can capture those leads. So as you can see, we are on your website and you have a nice looking website. Pretty basic. Looks like you have a separate page for most of your services, which is good. You definitely need a separate page for every service you offer in order to go after the proper keywords and be found for those services. It looks like we have a little bit of content here, some interlinking to your pages, which is good. See sewage cleanup. It looks like you must have a page for it. It's just not here in your main menu. Let's see. Okay, so you have several service areas. So each of these service areas are also going to need their own page with their own original content, summarizing each of the services that you have and focusing on the keywords, the local buyer intent keywords for each of these service areas. Google, unfortunately, does not rank your website based on appearance. It is all based on content. Content is key, and you need a lot of it. You need more than your competitors, and Google wants a minimum of 1,000 to 1,500 words of content on your homepage focused around your local buyer intent keywords. Those are going to be the keywords people are actively searching for, the services that you provide in their community. And so local would be like Olympia water damage restoration, whereas these ones here, these keywords here are considered national. So unless you're servicing nationally, they're not going to do a whole lot to help you because you'll get people to your website from other states and then they're going to bounce off because you can't help them. So you really want to focus on those local buyer intent keywords, because when people research for help, they may not know the name of your company, but they know the service that they need. And so that's what they're going to be searching. And Google has little robots called crawlers that go and index each of these pages looking for original content and your local keywords so that they can index them and put you in front of your customers. Although this page is about water damage, I am not seeing any keywords here. And so in order to be found for each of your services, you're really going to have to work on your content and keyword strategy and make sure you have the right amount of repetition for each of your keywords and have enough content. You need 150 words for every keyword you're going to rank. So that's going to be the very first step. Let's see. Now, if we look at one of your top competitors, 1-800 water damage. They are a franchise, and franchises, believe it or not, are super easy to beat, because although they have a strong website, they're not really SEO friendly, I guess. So they are actually super easy to beat for the location because you don't have to beat their entire franchise. You're only beating this one location. And so they tend to be super easy to beat. But as you can see, they do have a nice website. They have separate pages for each of their services. They got the interlinking between their pages. They have buyer intent local keywords. Let's see. They do have a listing of the cities, but it doesn't appear that these have their own pages, so they are missing out on a ton of traffic because of that. But with a franchise, they have minimal control. So these guys should be fairly easy for you to beat as long as you do better on the content and keyword strategy. And then you're going to have to back that up by search engine optimization because a website by itself is not going to be enough to be found online. So this program lets us see how your website is performing. And as you can see, you have a rating of a 0.2 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, which means Google does not have a whole lot of trust in your website. And that is 100% because you're referring domains and backlinks. Not all of them are created equal. So you need to have high authoritative backlinks and referring domains, which means that they're directly related to your service industry and they need to be do follows so that they share the power and to help you rank. Now, a referring domain is just any website that will link to your website, and the backlink is the actual link from the referring domain that links to your website, and the intention is to drive traffic. Now, looking at yours, it looks like only 27% of yours are do follows. So only 6 out of the 22 are actually helping power your website. And Google only gives you credit for 1 backlink per referring domain. So anything else, Google kind of looks at as spam. So you are going to need to go out and get a lot more referring domains and backlinks, but you're going to have to get the do follow and authoritative ones. You're going to need more of those than your top competitor in every service area. You have been indexed for 38 keywords, but you're only generating on average 2 people per month to your website. So you're missing out on a ton of organic traffic. If we look at your keywords real quick, looking at the position, there's 10 spots per page. So as you can see, you don't have any keywords on the first page. So you're not going to be found for any of these keywords. Now, flood fire restoration is a national keyword. So it's great to rank for those. But again, like I mentioned before, it's going to give you false information because you're going to get people landing on your website from all over the country. So you really need to focus on the buyer intent keywords like these right here. And they're super easy to rank, so there's no reason that you shouldn't be on the first page for these keywords. Now, looking at your backlinks, looks like only 10 of your backlinks are do follows. So you're definitely going to need to work on your backlinks. Now, with your backlinks, in addition to linking them to your brand and your website address, you also need to be linking those to your keywords because that's how your keywords are going to rank to the first page of Google. So you do need to work on that strategy as well. If we look at your competitor, we don't care how their domain's doing because we're only competing against Olympia location. They have a 16 with 32 backlinks and 14 domains. Only 4 of those are do follows. So those 4 are pretty powerful to give them that high of a score. They've been indexed for 25 keywords, and they're getting about 26 people to their website a month. They're missing out on quite a bit as well because they're not able to actually go in and optimize for their area because they're a franchise. But if we look at their keywords, they are on the first page for these local buyer intent keywords, and that is why they are outranking you. And the last thing to mention is this Google My Business section. Your goal should be to be in the top 3 of this section because 30% of people go straight to the maps here and don't go anywhere else. And so if you're not in this top 3, you send all of those leads to your competition. Now, in order to be in the top 3, there are a variety of factors, but the most important is something called citations, which is going to be the name of a business, address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yelp, Yellow Pages, LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. So you're going to need a lot more of those citations and better quality ones than your top competitor. And when you follow each of these tips I provided you today, your website can be number 1 across Google for each of your services and in each of your service areas using those local buyer intent keywords. I really hope you found this video to be helpful and that you can start applying these tips and capturing those organic leads that should be yours. I would really love to get your feedback on what you thought of the video. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us at the number on your screen and we can chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.